We good.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, as always, we would love to give all honor, praise, and glory to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well where we learn this truth from. And peace, mercy, and blessings to the apostles and elders that believe truth and sincerity. Dear brothers from the GMS Cleveland branch, back through the spirit of power of YAHAWASHI. And Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson through the spirit.
Yes, sir.
As the title reads, be grateful of the chastisement of the Lord. Be grateful of the chastisement of the Lord. Because the thing is, once you come to serve the Lord, it comes to a point where you will start to catch hell. You know, you might lose certain things, lose certain people, certain relationships and stuff like that. But it's all for chastisement's sake. Matter of fact, you want to get the word chastise. The word chastise.
This is the word. This is the word chastisement. I'm gonna get it in the blue letter from Hebrews 12:8. It says, it says chastisement. It says, I'm gonna grab the word too.
G 3809. It
says Padiah. It says the whole training and education of children. It says which relates to the cultivation of mind and morals, and employs for this purpose now commands and admonitions, now reproof and punishment. It also includes the training and care of the body.
Damn, that's cold, bro.
It's cold. It's so much come to mind, bro. You got it. Yes, that's very fire. I'll bring it back to it.
That's for what word?
This is for the word chastisement.
Damn, bro.
In Hebrews 13:8.
Because I just want to highlight one part. You said, can you bring the part back where you said about the cultivate?
It says the whole, I'm gonna start it from the top. It's the definition. It says the whole training and education of children, which relates to the cultivation of mind and morals.
Damn, yeah. Bro, that's cold, bro. Because that's the chastisement is so our minds won't be corrupt. That's what you know. The chastisement is a form of correction for something that was that was once in order, and now it has a stutter in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a chastisement come upon it so that it can go back to being corrected or right, or being in a right alignment. And it said, because it talked about the mind, it said being cultivated. Man, that's cold. And you prepare it as a child. It said, when you go into the word cultivate, it says till, prepare for crops, raise or produce by tillage, right? Because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? When you dealing with the, you know, tilling the ground, husbandry, or you know, or dealing with just farm, the concept in general. You cultivate.
You got to beat the earth,
right?
Certain things you got to do. You feel me? You got
to
plow the land.
Yeah, exactly. Because one of the words is labor. You know what I'm saying? That's a labor. Like you said, plowing. That's heavy on the you know.
I think that's raw too, because you know what I'm saying, the YAHAWASHI, that's the, you know what I'm saying, he's the husbandman, and we're the husband. You know what I'm saying? We're the husbandry.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We're what the Most High is working on. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like think about the city. It was 9 that cluster. You know what I'm saying? Like he's cultivating the minds of the elect, but through chastisement. You know what I'm saying? And making us right with him again. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We be the elect, Lord. When we be those men, we're the ones that turn from the ways of the world. We the ones that turn. So now that we turn, you know what I'm saying? It's like the brother was saying. We were saying, you know, when you come to serve the Lord, the scripture said, preparing our soul for temptation. But you know what I'm saying? Now you're being placed in situations, now the Lord putting pressure on you, you know what I'm saying? What? To purify you, you know what I'm saying? To make you clean. Like literally, he's putting you through a washing process to get the stains out of your garment that will on you.
Exactly, because in the ancient world, you would take when they would wash some clothes, they would take the clothes and they would beat it against the rocks.
You
know, that's where you get the washing machine,
washing boards, how they would.
It's a beating. You know what I'm saying? And it, like the word said here, it said till, right? When you think about it, when you cultivating the ground and you're dealing with the ground was at a settled point at one point. You know what I'm saying? It was settled. We had to beat it and dig it up and make room for the seeds, and then we you know, so meaning like it's because it's gonna go into one of the, it says to practice, respect, tend, guard. It says revolve, move around. it said move around, and that's what chastisement ultimately do. It take you from being settled, like being at rest. You know what I'm saying? Here in Babylon or whatever you doing, the Lord that chastises, he'll move us around, he'll shake us up. You know what I'm saying? So that we won't stay there no more. He'll shake us up so that other things can come into us. Because if you shake the ground up, stuff fall. Like if it's and then you shake it up and you dig it up, stuff fall into the little hole that you made. Like that's why you could drop seeds in it and bury it back. Right. So that's likened to the chastisement of the Lord. He'll shake us up so he could pour something into us. Yep, that's right. Correct us. You got it.
That's hard. I'm gonna bring it back from the it's some more on it too, y'all. It's wrong. I'm gonna bring it back from the top though for y'all. It says the whole training and education of children.
So that's ultimately what the whole process is. What the Lord is putting us through. Yep. He is training us on how to be soldiers, even more so how to be kings. But specifically soldiers, because we know that the spirit hopped on the apostles to heart according this year, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. So the shit that we about to go through, because that mean what? Jacob is going to be in trouble. Jacob being whose name was changed to Israel, being so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The whole nation is about to be in trouble. It's about to be in dire situations.
Yep, and see, and that's a beautiful point too that you made, because that's what we're doing. We're training for trouble. You know what I'm saying? And see, if you ain't came back to YAHAWASHI, then you ain't gonna have no training for the trouble that's ahead. You feel what I'm saying? It's just gonna catch you off guard. And now you're gonna be fucked up and destitute because you don't know what to do or how to do it or when to do it. Like that's the thing. See, that's what people don't realize is, like you always say, like training in the Holy Spirit. Because see, if you train in the Holy Spirit, is like that's gonna be our like GPS system in that day. Like it's gonna work for us. Whereas people, you ain't been training in the spirit. Like literally, all you like, you're gonna have to lean on your flesh. That's what you trusted in. That's what you have to lean in, your own understanding. While we got the Holy Spirit working for us on the other side.
Beautiful, bro. Because one of the words in cultivate is care. You know what I'm saying? Because it talked about the child, the children, the chastisement of the children, your sons, and so forth. It's a certain care. That's what chastisement is. It's love. So that because it's we see something or the father sees something that he like, hold on, and that's why he allowed us to have children. So we can get why he's like that with us.
Yep, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? We tend to him a certain way. We marriage, same thing. So here, that's what the Lord did. Talking about the child, it said, you know, the chastisement. So the Lord, so like the Lord, he'll chastise us so that we can stay on the right path. What bro was saying is beautiful, because the people that was coming down the line, the people is shunning the chastisement of the Lord off. It's like the kid that get the whooping and the belt ain't hurt. Like they just sitting there looking at you and shit. Like your chastisement is not affecting them. They can get past that and still get to where they need to. You got it out.
Well, it says the whole training and education of children.
So like it, and it also said education. You know, that goes back to what the draw out.
Right.
Lord put you through certain things and take certain things from you. It draws out certain characteristics that you didn't even have in you.
It says, in the education of children, which relates to the cultivation of mind and morals, and employs for this purpose now commands and admonishes, now reproof and punishment. It also includes the training and care of the body. Now watch this. It says, whatever in adults also cultivates the soul, especially by correcting mistakes and curbing passions.
So he said by correcting mistakes and curbing passions. Because going back to education, the Lord, you might be addicted to dealing with women, you know, to the point where you just can't stop. You know, it's thinking you're on your mind all day and night. You know, to the point you forgetting to read, you forgetting to pray, to study, and things like that. But then the Lord put you in the situations to where you ain't even got no car to where you can go deal with certain women. It might be goddamn across town. Now guess what? That chastisement is what? So you could curb that passion.
That's beautiful. It says instruction which aims at increasing virtue.
Increasing virtue. That goes back to like your moral integrity.
It says
the power. Virtue is power. You know what I'm saying? That the chastisement allow the power to rest in you. Because I tell you in Wisdom Solomon 1, wisdom don't dwell in a malicious soul. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom is the power. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm chastising, if I got chastised on something, the wisdom kick in for me not to do it later down the line. Now I have power. Now I didn't lose. I'm not defeated by whatever. Now I got power over it.
Yep.
You know, so like you got it.
No, it's because it's beautiful too. Because when you think about it, like, cause like we're talking about the chastisement, because like this is what like because it said when you jumping back up, and I'm gonna jump back down, but it says the whole training and education of children. Just to touch on that point again, because that's real heavy. Because when you think about it, that was like, and that's in the book of Deuteronomy. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord was giving us instruction through Moses, like he was telling, like that's how you're supposed, like this. Go ahead, you got it.
Train up a child.
Yep, yeah, like Deuteronomy. I think this might be the 4th chapter. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, but finish the point, bro. I got you.
You know what I'm saying? That's how this is how we're supposed to raise our children. And see, that's why you see, like we was even talking off camera, that's why you see the kids the way they are in the world today. You know what I'm saying? They don't respect their elders. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They have no reverence for the hoary head. You know what I'm saying? They have no respect. They have no respect for or things that were set in place before them when they come to this world. Because why? Ain't nobody train them up the right way. Nobody raised them. Definitely not in this truth. But not even trying to do it according to the ways of YAHWASHI. And so therefore, that's why you see the state of the world and the way it's in now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you see when you turn on the news. It's a lot of youth dying. Or when you see, or like, it's kids killing kids or kids killing adults. It's all that, you know what I'm saying? It's children that's doing these things. Why? Because they're without chastisement.
This is, I got you, Rod. This is Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. That's the chastening.
Yep.
You know, because when you training, bro, it requires sweat. It requires cries. It requires a lot when you train. It's pain when you train. So if we're training of our child, we gotta expect some type of pain. And he gotta or she gotta expect some type of pain out of that too to get to be great. Because the things we're teaching you in this, the things the Lord is teaching us, right, in our youth, right, he had to take us to a babe-like stage, a youthful stage, so he could retrain us. We could relearn again. You know what I'm saying? And it's bringing hella pain because the brother started off when you come into the truth. It comes what? We started off like that. Like, so shit, we getting trained up, bro.
And another point that he was like, he was talking about our elder Samyari, how he told him the Lord you pride killers. And you know what I'm saying? That's what it do too. Because when you think that's beautiful too, because when you think about it, it's like you said, like you gotta be as babes when you come into the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll get to going through things in the truth where you be like, hell, even give you a perfect example where you got brothers over you. A brother might come down on you and get on your ass and say, well, you like, shit, but in the world, but I wouldn't let no motherfucker talk to me like that or this, that, and the third. But you realize, like, this is the Lord's business. You know what I'm saying? You operating on this a different frequency. So now you get like, that's a pride killer. That's got to kill the flesh. You feel me? But that's an old man. You know what I'm saying? Now you're being trained up as a babe. So now you taking lashes. It's like you getting your ass whooped all over again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, it's like you're going through these different things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead.
Often, suffering wrongfully.
Children suffer wrongfully.
It's like they know they ain't do this shit. They think in their mind, they just crying because they know they ain't do it. But you on their ass. And then you find out later, like, oh shit. But we in that childlike state again, you know, so the Lord can train us the way we need to. And that's what the brother quoted Deuteronomy 4. You know,
because we were once indoctrinated by the world and the philosophy and the things that they push and the thing that they teach us how we're supposed to be. And then when you come to the realization and the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of YAHWASHI, you like, hell no, that's off. Well, I ain't supposed to be living like this. So I ain't supposed to be doing this that way. You feel what I'm saying? And now this is the true education. You know what I'm saying? This is what makes it. This is what really made us men. You feel what I'm saying? This wisdom, knowledge, understanding of YAHWASHI. So it shows us how to move, and that's why we're able to point out the things that are wrong with the world and what's wrong with the children and what's wrong with the people that are without the chastisement of YAHWASHI. Because you'll see it. Their conduct ain't right. Their conversation ain't right. The way that they move. You know what I'm saying? But this last part of the definition. It says chastisement, chastening of the evils with which the Most High visits men for their amendment.
The Lord, he will put your ass through bad times. What you're saying in the world, what it say, good times make weak men make hard times, and hard times make strong men. So the Lord will put you through hard times, bad times, just to strengthen your character. You know?
Yeah, it's a necessary evil. You know, it's required. It gotta happen that way. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go back to this Hebrews.
Because you gotta remember, I maybe mentioned in a lesson a couple times, like within this week, that wisdom proved itself to be true. You know, wisdom proved itself to be true, and it's proving us too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this whole thing is about. You know what I'm saying? It was damn. I slipped my mind what we just said. That's the reason why I said that. But what you just say?
Said it's necessary evils that we go through.
Right, the water. That's the because wisdom had to prove itself. You know what I'm saying? Because the elect the elect went in captivity with the 2/3. That's the wisdom. Also another example of wisdom proving itself to be true. Being able to prove that it stood the test of time. It did this. Wisdom made these things happen. You know, YAHAWASHI coming in the form of flesh and him doing that wisdom proved itself. You know, it didn't fold and break it in being. So this is the wisdom that the Lord has bestowed back into us, and what it's bringing is bringing correction. So it's going to bring, like you mentioned, whips and certain things that might be the form of whatever, like loss of jobs and loss of women and the shit that you thought was beneficial for you. You know, that's what the wisdom did. It started to bring certain whips, but it pains you. You lost certain shit that you had in the world, but you dance with the wisdom, you realize it wasn't even really for you anyway. It wasn't supposed to be there.
And it's so cold too, out to the point you're making, because that's the raw thing about the chastisement. It's like when you whooping your kids and you on your kids' ass, the thing that you're on their ass for and chastening them for is going to change the conversation. It's going to change their conduct. It's to help you. It's to straighten your ass out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the Lord do. Like when He chastening us, it straightens us out. Well, I know I ain't doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not meddling with yourself no more. Certain shit that you doing is, I know it's gonna cause me to get jacked up. It's like it's certain shit. It's the obvious. You know what I'm saying? You like, shit, Jake be talking about doing certain shit in the world. They're like, you like, hell no, I ain't doing that. Or hell no, I ain't doing that either. You feel? Cause I know the Lord gonna fuck me up. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, hell no, we try to have our conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why He's like, seeing all these things gonna be dissolved. We understand that this world finna be destroyed. We finna enter into Jacob's trouble. We finna ready to go through a lot of shit. And in order to be protected, my conversation has to be right with YAHAWASHI. My conduct has to be on point. I can't know these things and not be putting them into play. You got it, huh?
No, you good. You good.
No, go ahead, bro.
I got a quick for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got it though. This is Jeremiah 30. I just wanted one point in that because what you were saying, Jeremiah 30:11. For I am with thee, said the Most High, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. And the point I wanted in that was, but I will correct thee in measure. See, and that's the chastisement, because we had made mention off camera about you got to have more chastisement than mercy for you to actually become who you're supposed to be. You know, you shouldn't have more mercy than chastisement, because that causes idleness and that causes more spirits to jump on you, and that causes you to have a mind. You develop a mind of you got it and you don't got to do. So no, more chastisement allows us to stay sharp, allow us to examine ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You don't do this, you don't do that, because you fear the Lord that chastisement gonna come. So more chastisement is better than the mercy, but the mercy gives the balance to this. So the Lord, He corrects us in measure according to, He don't just chastise. It's a measure. The Lord measure His chastisement on us. He measure it on a scale, man. You know what I'm saying? He got the mercy here, and then He have, okay, you know you deserve death, but the Lord have mercy. Okay, and then it might have been something else where you like, damn, you wish the Lord have mercy, but you got chastised and it was some small. So it's like, it's a perfect balance with the Lord when He comes to the chastisement of His sons, man. You got it. I like you.
There's a reason behind. It's
right.
Sirach chapter 30 and verse 1. He that loveth, keyword, loveth. He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod.
Yeah, because then that word cultivate said care. You know what I'm saying? That's it's a hands-on process. It's a delicate process. You know what I'm saying? But you got it.
So
that love.
If you care for your child, your son specifically, you know, then you will what? You will often, meaning again and again, you will be correcting him. Because that's what the rod represents, correction. Right. Whether it be beating him, or in this case with the Lord, putting us into captivity, putting us underneath the curses. This is not our first captivity. This is our last. This is not the first time we was in captivity. You know, this is not the first time the heathens ruled over us. They was raping our women and so on and so forth. It's not the first time. But the Lord had to do it over and over again. Why? It said that He may have joy of him in the end.
Beautiful.
So it was also that the Lord could finally look and be like, damn, I'm proud of you. Specifically speaking of the elect, because they're the only ones that's going to amend their ways due to the chastisement.
We'll prove that too. Yahweh shot. Because two things, Yahweh shot when he was on the cross, he said, "It is finished. It is done. It was done. What was written of him, he finished it. Right? He finished his course. Then when he came back in the transfiguration, right? When it was appearing to be Moses and Elijah to represent Moses represented the law and Elijah represented the prophets, and Yahweh Shah between them represent the embodiment of all of it. Yahweh Shah, what happened? The Father said, "This is my beloved Son, who I am well pleased." You see, who he is well pleased. To go with what you just said, man. So he at the end he was pleased with Yahweh Shah. You see, to go what you just said, bro. And it's gonna be like that for the elect, bro. You know, the Lord being pleased with the enduring of your punishment and chastisement. Yeah.
Like bro, like in the end, you feel what I'm saying? And guess what? We living in the end. This is the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's we're getting ready to into a time like never before because we're in the end. And like go ahead, huh?
Saying, and in times we come into, people are to fall victim to their passions.
Yep.
Scripture say, he that loveth, it said, he that resisteth pleasures frowneth his life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Direct 19:5. So the fact that the Lord is putting us through these different things to help us curb our desires and our lusts of the flesh, it's going to benefit us in the long run. Because a lot of people about to be falling victim to trusting women. Okay, when she hits the fan, okay, and trusting in they Pookie and Ray Ray and so on and so forth. But the Lord already put us through hell to have us depart and refrain from embracing these different people and different things.
That's right.
What you gotta do?
It is Hebrews 12:5. It says, "And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him."
Because sometimes it'll get to the point where you be like, damn, why is this happening to me? Why is the Lord putting me through this? But it say you have forgotten the exhortation. What was the exhortation? You read it again, bro.
John, it says, "And ye have forgotten the exhortation."
And exhortation meaning basically to urge, you know what I'm saying? Encourage you to do something.
Right. It says, "Which speaketh unto you as unto children."
It's unto children. Not just any child, but the ones that the Lord loves.
That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like shit. You know, that's like the situation the brother just had with his son. You feel what I'm saying? Like shit, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a soft rebuke, but but encouraging them like to do better. This ain't how we do things. This ain't how men do things. You feel what I'm saying? And so look, you know what I'm saying? I'm encouraging you, right? It's an exhortation. This is how you go about situations like this when you encounter them.
Right.
That is not how you go about it. This ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Yeah.
And even if you caught in betwixt and you don't know what to do, come holler at me and I'll guide you through the situation. You feel what I'm saying?
That was the message.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
But that was an exhortation. You know what I'm saying? That was exhorting, because it encouraged him not to do this, but to do that.
Yeah. And so because we help you be the best version of yourself, man. That's what the Lord is getting us ready for. What's the best version of ourselves? The new covenant. The Lord is preparing us to be even able to uphold that power. We got these bodies can't hold that. You know what I'm saying? We got to have a whole new body to uphold the power the Lord is trying to give us. But it starts with your mind first. And the Lord is training our mind to be able to hold that power and know how to wield the power, judge the nations, and where we don't even go off no more because we understand now. And that's what this chastising. It's a blessing that. Oh yeah, because you in Hebrews 2. Yeah, we gotta get that because it's a blessing of the chastising of the Lord is upon us, bro.
Right.
Because I mean, bro, like the nations don't know the Lord I gotta get that. They don't know his judgments. Go ahead. I'm gonna get that for you.
This Hebrews 12:6. It says, "For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourge of every son whom he receiveth."
Every brother, every man that come into the truth. Okay, the men before us, the men before them, they all had to deal with catching hell. And I was just watching that spirit. I was just watching Apostle Aram live. He's speaking how he's been around Pastor Hart for 30 years. He's been around the bishops and the elders for 30 years. And he said what? The whole time he saw them suffer. Okay, so basically what? He saw them be punished and chastised by the Lord. Showing you that the Lord is dealing with them. It has been and will continue to.
And that's cold too. You know what I'm saying? Because then, like your brother said, that was our apostle. So that's on a macro scale. On a micro scale, with the men have entered into each other and entered into those labors. So as brothers, we be around each other, and you like, damn, you can tell the Lord taking the brother do something, or he catching hell, or you know what I'm saying, the Lord jacking that brother up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So we watching each other be chastised. You know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful thing too when you watch a man go through that. And you know what I'm saying? Because you don't watch the brother despise it. You don't watch him bitch up. You don't watch him cry about it. He just go through it. He just wear it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's for his own good.
Yeah, bro. It's a building process.
Yeah, that's
bro.
right.
It's a beautiful thing to see something from scratch be built up and it be beautiful at the end. Like, damn.
Because that's what it is. That's a beautiful point. That's YAHWAH, bro. And you got to write back. Because when you that's what the Lord do. The Lord, like when you come to this truth, bro, that's all. It's a chastisement process. Because all the Lord is doing, what he's literally, he tears you down and builds you back up. You feel what I'm saying? He don't tear you down and just leave you there. No, you know what I'm saying? He take, because like when you read the Jeremiah 30 and 11, you feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Literally, he tear you down, but he's gonna build you back up. But when he restores you, now you're made in his image. Now you look the way that he wants you to look.
Which again, like we saying, that's a blessing because that's mercy. The Lord could have just destroyed the vessel, the pot, and just left it and threw it in the trash. But he destroyed it and remolded it to be even better than it was. You know, it's more shinier, it's more all that. But what in the process though, he had to put more beating on it on his newer vessel for it to even get like that. He had to put more beating on it, and it had to even be in the fire longer. You know what I'm saying? Some vessels, like you know, pottery, you put some vessels in the fire longer than other vessels. This time, shit, we had to be in there longer, man. You know, but it was all required, and it was mercy and a blessing from the Lord, man.
That's a good word.
Okay.
To chastise. It says to inflict pain upon, to punish and record to duty.
Oh my goodness.
To punish for the purpose of correcting or reclaiming.
God.
You feel me? And that's what the Lord doing. You reclaiming the elect.
Come on,
man.
Said,
you know what I'm saying? He said, you heard the brother say, he said to read means back. You know what I'm saying? He said, a call is like something. You know what I'm saying? He said, many a call but few are chosen. See, you know what I'm saying? Some people get a phone call, but they don't come do the work. The ones that answer the phone call, they come do the work. You feel me? He said, so guess what? This is the work we once did. You feel what I'm saying? But our mindset had to be stirred up by pure way of remembrance, like the scripture say. So we've been recalled to put that work in. You feel what I'm saying? So to be in the fact the Lord recalled us, he's like, shit, I'm gonna chastise your ass because you love you shit. At some point, we all dropped the plow. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord like, no, your ass finna pick this motherfucker up and you finna do my work. You gonna do my bidding. You gonna do what I called you to do. And what I sanctified you from the beginning to do, and you gonna do it.
Bro,
it's just like Job. I mean, not Jonah. He had to jack Jonah ass up because he like shit, I don't want to do that. Jonah wanted to do something completely different, but the Lord jacked his ass up. He chastened him. He dealt with him like a son. Like, nope, motherfucker, you gonna do this. And I'm gonna show you that you're gonna do this.
Yeah, they bro, it's so cold because like remember everything in life that happens shows us evidence of the Father, whether on the right hand or the left hand. It shows you that the Father is in the presence, and or he it's orchestrated by him. And I'm saying that because I know you've seen the show Raising Canaan.
Yeah, kind.
Remember on the part where she had to come back into the game.
Yeah, kind.
She had to go to the Edomite dude.
Yeah,
but she had to do something to reassure her assurance. But the point I'm making is that it was something you just said that made me think of that, because even on the left hand side, they know that like if you left and you want to come back in, it's gonna be harder than when you left.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they had to go kill the take unalive the mafia boss or whatever, the church he just got married or whatever. But that brought a lot of other stuff after that. Now they getting fucking watched, and all type of stuff came from that. That's like what the Father, like we left, we came back, but we had to do other stuff, other requirements, and it brought other loads of shit. We're like, oh my God, it's worse than because why you know it's worse? Because this is the only captivity where we discontinue from our whole heritage, our culture, our land, our language, our speech, everything. So it was even worse this time. But that's what was required to prove that, okay, I'm back in it, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? That's what she had to do on that show. She had to go take out a boss, but it brought other stuff. You know, and now she dealing with it, and like us, liking it to the Laura's woman, we dealing with it.
Did you want me to grab that precept? You said you had quoted
Psalms 147. You got it? Oh yeah, you got it.
Psalms 147. verse 19.
Yeah.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
The judgments is the chastisements of the Lord, man. Now the nations get judged for doing wickedly, right? But they didn't have the covenant attached to them.
Yep.
All right. So when they go against the covenant, it's a judgment and a punishment that comes with that. They don't have that portion. You see, they don't have that portion.
Yep.
You know, so they don't know the judgments of the Lord. It tell you that in 2 Ezra 3. You know what I'm saying? It was by precepts. Israel have kept our precepts, but not the heathen.
Yep.
You know, roughly paraphrasing.
I got a precept to back you up. He's talking about these. You know, that's what, like, he's just showing you though how the Lord deal with us as a nation. This Amos 3:1. It says, "Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity."
You got it,
so and that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord saying, of all the family, of all the nations, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, any kindred, any tongue, the Lord he's only known in Israel. That's you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Indians. And he said, therefore, I'm going to punish you for your iniquities. So we're the ones that's going to be chastened for going, or we're the ones going to be chastened for going wrong. You feel what I'm saying? But that chastisement, right? You got the chastening of the 1/3, and you got the chastening of the 2/3. The chastening of the 1/3 is going to cause them to go back to YAHWASHI. The chastening of the 2/3, they're going to despise it until they like, okay, boom, they despising the chastening of the Lord. So now you're going to have to catch it on the back end. But you're going to pay, now your soul, now your flesh and your soul is going to be tormented. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord brings the ICBMs, when he brings the concentrated fire from the terrorists, when he brings these different plagues upon the world, when he brings Jacob's trouble, when he brings the teeth of wild beasts, when he start putting spirits on motherfuckers to do shit to you and to torture you. Like even when you think about it's like like a hot topic, that girl Morgan Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Not to go off topic, but that's a chastening of the Lord. But look at what happened to her. You know what I'm saying? Literally, he trapped one spirit in a room with 10 other spirits and tortured her. Then killed her. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's what's going to happen to a lot of other people. Why? Because they're despising the ways of YAHWASHI. You don't want to go to the right. You don't want to get on the right track. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to take that training up. You know what I'm saying? You despising the rod. You don't want the reproof. So therefore, you're gonna have to catch it in the time you don't want it the most.
Yep.
And you know.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go, but I wanted to grab this, right? You know what I'm saying? Because like we're talking about how the Lord break you, he tear you down and build you up. But it's like this is what the scriptures say. It's Wisdom Solomon 3:1. 3:1. It said, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. It says, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. Yeah. So then the shit we go through, the lives that they see brothers living, we lowly, you know what I'm saying? Brothers don't be having much, you know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers that talk shit about it, you know what I'm saying? Or like standing out there in the winter, in the cold, in the rain, like these niggas crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's taken for misery. It seems like we torturing ourselves, or like the Lord torturing us to doing all these certain things right, but it says, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they're in peace. You know what I'm saying? Brothers be in peace doing these things. Doing these exhortations, doing these pistols, doing work for the Lord. That's where you find the most peace. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because see, everything else in the world affects you because it's outside of the ways of YAHWASHI.
Yeah, it tell you that in Jeremiah, it say that my people have forgotten their resting place. This is our resting place. The Lord said, you know, the righteous run into it and is safe. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and safe. This is the temple. This is the spirit of the Lord.
Yep, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? And we run into it, so therefore we rest. We have peace.
Yep.
Oh, you got it.
It says, verse 4, it says, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And that's the thing. Like the brother was saying, we get ready to live forever. Like you said, Jake can't even grasp the concept that you will never die again. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you were willing to go through what it took to be proven a man of the Lord, or to be proven like I belong to you. Because that's what the Most High doing in the purification process. He's just trying to be proven to see who really is. It's proving his friends, the ones that's gonna be able to partake in that glory that he come with. It says, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them, and that's what he's doing. He's proving them. He's proving the elect. Lord, will we be found amongst that number? And found them worthy for himself. Why? Because he proved them through the furnace of adversity. Verse 6, it says, as gold in the furnace after he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. He says, as gold in the furnace. What's that furnace? That's the afflictions. That's the chastisement. That's the different things he got set up for us to go through. It's like an obstacle course. All right, you passed this one. Let me see if you're gonna pass this one. You passed that one. Let me see if you can pass these two. The Lord putting us through shit. He chastening us because we deserve it, because we went off. It says, verse 7. It's no, that was it. I'll bring verse 6 back. It says, as gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go back to that Hebrews for you too. Going back to Hebrews chapter 12. And this was verse 6. It says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. It says, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
There you go.
That's what it is.
There you go.
The true father is gonna chasten, he's gonna put correction upon his son when he see his son fucking up.
Yep.
You know, because the scripture tell you that he that spareth the rod hateth his son.
Yep.
Because if you're not correcting your child, next thing you know, his ass a mo. You're not correcting him, next thing you know, his ass in prison for murder.
Yep.
So he's stealing from his grandma.
Yep.
So for a while, because you wasn't correcting his ass.
Yep.
Yeah, things in this world only got power for what you give it. Like you give it power, it give it power, literally. So if you don't correct your son playing with a Barbie doll, he got sisters and he playing with a goddamn Barbie doll, he's giving energy to that. It's an energy exchange happening. And now he conforms to it. Now he thinking, okay, so
that's why the scripture tell us not to wink at their father. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to laugh on them and shit. Like, don't get me wrong, you enjoy your, don't say you can't enjoy your kids and have a good time, but it's a limit to that shit. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta know I'm serious. Like the Most High, the Most High ain't goddamn, he ain't doing it in the midst of us, topping it up, kicking and laughing.
Yeah.
Like he said, he putting us through that process. He purging us right now.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, like the brother said, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it ain't always just chasten.
Right.
It's some mercy in there, but at the same time, the Lord jump on our ass, man, to make sure, like, look, you walking according to my way, not according to the ways of the world. You doing shit the way I want it done. Y'all brothers get down though. Y'all got it.
Go ahead. I got like 4. Go ahead.
Yeah, right.
Psalm chapter 30. I'm starting at verse 11.
Time.
Give him no liberty in his youth. Speaking of a father with a child, you're not supposed to give your son freedom. To do certain things. It says, and weep not at his follies, meaning you just laughing when you see him doing bullshit. Like the brother, an example, you see your son playing with Barbie dolls. They see, you know, he put on his goddamn mama bra or some bullshit. And you laughing at it, you recording and put on Instagram, you don't do shit like that. It says, verse 12, you want to say something?
No.
It says, verse 12, bow down his neck while he is young and beat him on the sides while he is a child. It says, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart.
Because that's what happened when you ain't whooping their asses and you ain't correcting them and you ain't getting on them. Now you done watch this motherfucker do all this shit through his youth. Now he's 12. He really a man in the eyes of the Lord. Now you trying to correct him at 12. Now he's stubborn as a fucking ox. He's kicking against the pricks. He don't want to motherfucking listen. He don't want to hear shit you got to say because you wasn't correcting none of that shit as he came up. And so now he not used to being corrected on the things that you trying to correct him on. So now he ain't hearing it. Now he going out here, like the brother said, robbing his grandma, stealing from grandma, murdering motherfuckers, holding motherfuckers at gunpoint. Now his ass caught up in the system being institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's what the enemy want, for you not to chasten them so that they can fall into their hands.
Because look, this second Maccabees 7:16. You just made me think of that. Then looked he unto the king, the 5th son, right? That was Mango. He said, thou hast power over men, thou art corruptible. Thou doest what thou will, yet think not that our nation is forsaken of the Most High. So doing what you will brings corruption. That gives him, if you give the son liberty, right? That brings in corruption. So like that brings in everything the brothers just gave an example of, right? That's the results of because it said bow down his head. So you got to remember, everything that was created to be submissive to something. Everything in his life was submissive to something. It's from an ant up into a human or whatever. And then you got classifications of humans. And then so the son, like every element and thing, even YAHAWASHI is submissive to the Father. Everything that was created by the Father Yahweh through his son YAHAWASHI was meant to be submissive to something. The moment you don't, that's what it's when you don't bow down his head, that's not showing him that he has to be submissive to something. So now he has no boundaries. He don't have no more y'all mentioned it earlier, no integrity, no morale about himself. He don't know that things have limits and it's consequences for action. Because why? You didn't correct it. You just made it seem like it was okay. That's why our population outside, you know, the curses, of course, but we fill the jailhouses and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because them niggas weren't getting they was jumping off the porch doing whatever they wanted to, man. They wasn't fucking oh, let them be kids. No, man. What does that mean? Let them be kids. What does that even mean? Because that very chapter, when you jump up in Sirach 30, it talks about him that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, showing you that it was when you teach somebody. It got to be a student and it got to be a teacher. The student is the one that's quiet, and the teacher is the one that's meaning that he's at a submissive state. If you teach your son, he's submissive. We're being taught by the Spirit, so we have to humble down and we got to be quiet. And you see, so when you don't do that, bro, you allow corruption to intertwine his mind, bro.
Because like you said, we put up the prison system. Like, of course, that's gonna breed the enemy. That's jailhouses, prison system. That's big business. You feel that's a lot of money that go into that shit. So you just imagine, goddamn, we really we adhere to the ways we adhere to the ways that YAHWASHI trained up our children the way they were really supposed to go. Just imagine, bro, there wouldn't be no prison system. And if they did, they wouldn't be flourishing. They wouldn't be flourishing because who gonna be in them? You feel what I'm saying? But because they're without the chastisement. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it's like you see it, and it's like because like it's just it's the youth, and it's so corrupt because of the lack of the chastisement. And it's like you'll hear it like you be like family members, they'll be seeing certain kids being bad. Whatever I was shot too, because that came back to me. But you'll see certain kids being bad, and it's like you'll see other people in the family like, man, somebody need to whoop his ass, or somebody need to get on his ass, and then you don't do it. And then 10 years later, you see him, and he out here killing, and he out here robbing, and he out here shooting and doing all this other bullshit. And then, but the same one that they was telling to whoop his ass, now you venting to a family member, and you know what that family member got to tell you? You created that monster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
That's real shit.
You got to deal with.
You got to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something you created because you wouldn't do nothing about it when you had every chance to. So I'm gonna go back to the Hebrew. You got
Salah, I got a
go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
You got to mention just real quick.
You got it.
Second Maccabees 10:4. When that was done, right? When that is talking about is it's I'm gonna just read 3. And 2. Second Maccabees 10:2. But the altars which the heathen had built in the open street, and also the chapels they pulled down. And having cleansed the temple, they made another altar, and striking stones, they took fire out of them and offered a sacrifice after 2 years, and set forth incense and lights and shewbread, which were our customs, right? It says, when that was done, they fell flat down and besought the Lord that they might come no more into such troubles.
That's going into the rededication of the temple.
Oh, man, exactly.
What they call today Hanukkah.
Right.
That time period. And they understood that the Lord was put. They just seen hella Jays get murdered. They seen babies get hanged. Women get put to death for circumcising their children. They saw all these troubles take place. And they understood it was because the Lord was chastising our nation.
Right. Exactly. Kind of water. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get to the point. Yeah, the water. Yeah. I'm glad you explained that though. That's the water. You know, because again, from the top, that's why verse 4 said when it says when that was done. They fell flat down and besought the Lord, right? They, you know what I'm saying? They cried out to him. Came back, that they might come no more into such troubles. Brothers mentioned the troubles. But if they sin any more against him, it says that he himself would chasten them with mercy, and that they might not be delivered unto the blasphemous and barbarous nation. And that's because you had made mention about the mercy and chastening, and I'm like, okay. HALALYAM, because that's what this is. The mercy. We good?
Go ahead.
The mercy, chastening is mercy from the Lord, man. That's what it is. It's mercy from the Lord. We in Hebrews, what was that? 12. So if you're not chastened by the Lord, you should be questioning yourself, man. You should be seeing something's wrong. Something's wrong, bro. If you're not going through hell, bro, something's wrong. You know, that means you're not being made great. You know what I'm saying? That means you're a vessel fit for destruction.
I got a precept. Right?
That's scary, man.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 32. It says, but when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world.
Come on. Come on, man.
You got it, bro.
It said, bring it back.
It says, I'm gonna read it in the KJV and I'm gonna read it in NLT too. It says, but when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. When you read it in the NLT, it reads, it says, yet when we are judged by the Lord, we are being disciplined, so that we would not be condemned along with the world.
Right. Right, bro. That's what I said. Discipline comes from wisdom. You know what I'm saying? In order for me to be disciplined in a field, I have to have wisdom in that field. I have to have the wisdom. How else can I be disciplined? You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't, it will show that I don't have wisdom because I'm not disciplined. I would be chaotic. I would cause this to happen. I didn't have no understanding behind what was going on. So it goes back to the wisdom. The chastisement allowed the wisdom to rest with us. All right, it proved us to actually be willing to be able to rest with us. And that's what this is about. And that's why the chastising right now, you can see it as mercy from the Lord, man. Jacob, here it is and shit. Well, why would the Lord kill babies, do this?
Do what the fuck you want to do.
But nigga, did you ever consider what did you do? Why is it happening? It's a reason why it's happening. You think the Lord just gonna just make this? No, it's a reason. That's right too, so now the Lord got to bring chastising so that you, because at first you didn't have recognition that. So now the Lord got to bring the chastisement so you have respect for his judgment. That's what this is about.
Because along with the wisdom, now that you need the wisdom, now you see like, oh, and this why I was getting fucked up.
Exactly.
This why this was like this, and this why that was like that.
That ultimately glorifies the Lord.
Shine the light. You know what I'm saying? Shine the light on what you was and what you wasn't and what you should be.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? You give it out, so we ain't condemned with the world like the script, like the priest. I'm gonna bring it back again. Right? It says, but when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, and we should not be condemned with the world, because that's what the Lord get ready to do. He get ready to condemn 2/3 of our people. Yeah, we already know he got a deal for these other nations, but 2/3 of our nation, the Negro, Latino, Native, and Indian, they're getting ready to be judged with the rest of the heathen nations because they refuse to turn back to YAHAWASHI. Yeah, all Jake gonna catch in Jacob's trouble. Hell, it's Jacob's trouble. Hell, even we're gonna be tried, but we're gonna have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to sustain us in those times, so that when the Lord comes, he find faith in the earth within his elect, so that we should be delivered. But in 2/3, you're not going to find it, because guess what? They didn't practice in the spirit. They didn't come back to YAHAWASHI. They didn't learn wisdom, and they despised the chastisement of YAHAWASHI. So therefore, it's going to result in death and destruction. You got it? I
got you right here. This is 2 Maccabees 6:12. It says, now I beseech those that read this book, that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for chastening of our nation.
When we read during the time of Maccabees, that was during the time of the Grecian Empire, you know, Edomites ruling, specifically Antiochus Epiphanes. You know, you had, I made mention of it, you had women being put to death, their babies being hanged, you had Jakes being murdered, they was burning the scriptures. So when you read all that, you'd be like, damn, that'll discourage you. That's why he was giving such exhortation in that verse. He said, don't be discouraged. Okay, as if it's the Lord destroying us. It wasn't because the Lord was destroying us, it was because he was trying to correct us.
Right.
Just like it tell you, the 4th chapter, we weren't sold into the nations for our destruction, but because we provoked the Lord to anger, we were punished in such a way.
Which is the chastening. That's the correction, like you said, as any parent would do. And it said it's got the next verse say 13 says, for it is a token of his great goodness. A token is a sign. So it's a sign. The chastening is a sign of his goodness. When wicked doers are not suffered any long time before with punished, for not as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish, till they become to the fullness of their sins, so dealeth he with us.
An example of that is self-proclaimed white man. This nigga done rape, robbed, and murder, not just the Israelites, but every nation over the past hundreds of years. He still ain't get his judgment for it. So you can only imagine how the Lord is about to bring judgment upon these devils once he raises his people up. Because he gonna bring the judgment through his people.
Go ahead.
Brothers on fire. Look, exactly, bro.
Because that is a beautiful point. Go ahead, brother. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
2 Maccabees 6:15 continues, says, lest that being come to the height of sin, afterwards he should take vengeance of us, and therefore he never withdraweth his mercy from us. And though he punished with adversity,
he punished with
difficult situations, you know,
with adversity. I gotta take you through something.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Like here you is as a parent, you could punish your child anyway, but the Lord can't.
Yeah.
You get the concept from him.
Bro,
the whole parent experience comes from the Lord, dude. So like it, bro.
So you see, that's like that, like you said, like you said, because the Edomites were ruling in this time,
right?
But that's how that shows you even the laws that they passed forth. Because they even passed laws the way you can't discipline and beat your children the way we're supposed to, which will show you is contrary to the ways of YAHWASHI, which show you that they not the people. It show you that they want you to take on heathen customs and a heathen like mindset, because of the simple fact that like that's what that shit is gonna produce. You feel what I'm saying? When you ain't disciplining your children, you know what I'm saying? They start to act like these heathens. You feel what I'm saying? That's what they act like. These motherfuckers act like heathens.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfuckers in the world, like damn, they without the chastisement of that shit. Well, guess what? We ain't being chastised, so we don't be able to chastise us. So they gonna take on the form. Now they're gonna be punished with the rest of the heathens. That's what 2/3 because you join hand in hand with the motherfucker that didn't belong to y'all.
Yeah, though judgment is not executed speedily, therefore is in the sons of man to continue in wickedness. They got the mindset of it. Of the nations, you know.
Other nations.
Yeah. Yeah, and because Esau know that's why he's trying to keep us in sin, so the Lord can stay angry with us forever and won't get it. So he know what's up.
Because Jake get to doing now, Jake doing all this wild and other shit, and that's what they sit back. See, these your people. See, these the ones. Look at what see.
Yep,
you got it.
It says, and therefore he never withdraw his mercy from us. So the Lord never withdrew his mercy. Even all this is going on, it was for a reason. It was for purpose. It's for prophecy. It's for a lot of the things that was established before the foundation was even created. So these had to play out for his word to be true.
Right.
It says, and though he punished with adversity, yet doeth he never forsake his people. But let this that we at Salaki, I got excited. But let this that we as spoken be for a warning unto us. And now will we come to the declaring of the matter in a few words, and I'm gonna just drop it there, and then go to the. And then it says, where was I at? Yeah, let's go. Chapter 7, chapter over in verse 33. 32. Second Maccabees 7:32. It says, for we suffer because of our sins, and though the living power YAHWASHI be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction.
You said Salaki. It said we'll be angry with us for a little while, but it tells you that the Lord is angry with the wicked every day.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Showing you that the stuff we're going through wasn't, we read it already. It wasn't meant for us to be destroyed. So that little understanding, bro, if you really meditate on that little understanding alone can change everything for a nigga in the world. Like when you really get it, you like, damn, like okay, I get it. Okay, that means something greater to this. I gotta figure out what that is, and then you figure out, okay, damn, I'm supposed to get the kingdom. I'm this. I'm Israel. It's like, damn, bro, it makes sense. Like you don't even think about the shit you go through. Yeah, it's fucked up. You like, damn, but you don't dwell on it like we did in the world and shit. You know what I'm saying? We know where it's coming from now. You know what I'm saying? So now we can just battle through it and keep going and keep praising the Lord, man. So that's what they're doing right here. He said, we suffer because of our sins. He said, and though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction to make us better, yet shall he be at one again with his servants, man. And that's what 1 Corinthians 15 is all about. The first estate and then the last estate, from our earthly bodies into our heavenly bodies. It was all to get to that point, but it was all a process. It was all meant to happen this way so it can make sense, bro. You know, it had to happen this way. It had to happen this way, bro. Go ahead, I'm
gonna get this last verse in Hebrews 12.
Oh, Salaki, yep.
This verse 8, it says, but if ye be without chastisement, well all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons.
Partakers. Who is it talking about when it says the all? It's talking about the elect. All the elect is gonna be punished. Okay, they're gonna catch hell, they're gonna go through adversity just to make them better men. You know, better women. You got, a few sisters that believe this is the point of the Lord putting us through all these things. Because I believe if you keep reading on, talk about the peaceable fruit.
I'll read it. It says, let me see. Let me see.
Keep reading.
Yeah, okay, I keep reading. This is verse 9, Hebrews 12:9. It says, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence.
Few brothers was blessed to have their fathers in their life, and some brothers, their fathers did discipline them, and guess what? They gave them reverence, deep respect. This is my father. I know he don't like it when I do this.
Well, yeah, God. There you go. It says, shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?
So you got to look at the Heavenly Father in the same light, but even a deeper respect. That's the Father of spirits.
Yep.
You know, it says, because what? And live. You might have been listening to your father, and the Lord could still put you to death because you wasn't listening to him.
Yep. And see, and it say, like you said, and live. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the whole duty of man? It's to keep the commandments of YAHWASHI. This is the way we're supposed to be trained up in the commandments and the wisdom knowledge of YAHWASHI. And so guess what? And live. According to these ways, our conversation is supposed to be fixed and directed according to the ways of YAHWASHI through the Holy Scriptures. And it is not, you're off. And if you off, your ass is going to get ready to get took off when YAHWASHI bring the judgments. It says, verse 10, it says, for they really for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure.
A fleshly father was disciplining you, and whatever way he was doing it, it was just so you could please him, to make him proud. So
it says, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness.
That's the cool part about it. The Lord is putting us through this shit for our profit, for our benefit, regardless of how I may feel, how I may look from the outside. It's all to make you a better, king, so to speak.
That's right.
Yep. And then it's Lord so cold that he didn't just have like 2/3 was always going to go through this. But he had to elect, like I was going to read. I mean, it made me think of Romans 11, but he had to elect, go through certain things. It said counted them unbelief, all unbelief, so that through their mercy, you roughly paraphrase, he can have mercy on the whole nation. So he even allowed the elect to actually take part in this whole shebang, just so he can have mercy on the whole nation as well. So that's a mighty father. That's a mighty power, man.
Yes, sir.
You can't. That's why he told Ezra, the angel, you lovest thou people more than me. Come on, man. It's no greater love than that, bro. Because he made sure all T's was crossed and all I's was dotted.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not no stain. It's not no hole. It's all makes sense at the end of the day. Even the fall, the 2/3, and that the fact that it's something called a 2/3, the nations, the where we at, and everything makes sense, bro. And the chastening revealed this. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom, of course, but the wisdom rests with us, which allowed us to see the chastening for what it was. It was for the greater purpose of Israel.
Now, this is Hebrews 12:11. It says, now no chastening for the present seems to be joyous, but grievous.
So, whether it's easier said than done, to bear this shit and endure it, because it can be grievous. Like, damn, Lord, put me forward. Some days you might be feeling down, depressed. Some days you might even come to tears.
Real talk. And that, like the brother said, because we was reading something earlier, it was like basically like it was the brother when he was reading the Maccabees, like the Lord doing it through adversity, the situation we put us in. So but the scriptures also say what? It says, if thou faint in the day of the adversity, then thy strength is small. I mean, you don't really got no faith in YAHWASHI. You don't got no faith in what he doing. You ain't got you soak it in the moment. You in the moment, whining, complaining, and bitching, and you want to way out instead of going through it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of understanding, like, this for a reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? This to help me. It's gonna better me in some way. Like, it's something good gonna come out of this, instead of just having your mind and being a woe is me, or I'm in a fucked up state, or the Lord doing this, that, and to me in the third. Nah. Understanding this, one, you deserve it. Two, even though you deserve it, the Lord it's some mercy on the end of it. It's gonna be something better at the end of the tunnel. You just gotta go through it.
Our lot is Israelites. That's the Lord showed Ezra, second chapter. He said basically he has a dangerous entrance to the kingdom.
That's what I was thinking about.
He said this is Israel's portion. So that's what this called. Our whole nation must go through suffering in order to get to the kingdom.
Right. He said it's the condition of the battle.
Right. It said because book of Acts say that too. It said through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna go through something. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, if YAHWASHI had to go through something, he had to get whooped and beat on and chastened by his father to get the set back at the right hand of his father. How much more us to be joint heirs with Hamashiach YAHWASHI?
Yeah, it's a scripture in Sirach. I ain't got to get it, but it talk about how the Lord, he said we're something along the lines of being more precious than the stones of a crown, or of a crown, similar to making a man more precious than fine gold. And I made a point because of what you said. The fine gold wasn't fine gold until they got beat and purged, and all the impurities came out of it. Because when you do your homework on gold mining, when they mining gold, it's connected to other elements, silver, different elements. So they got to break the slab that it came off of, for that gold piece separated, and then purified it and get everything else out of it. You know, and then it becomes fine gold, shiny, and all that good stuff.
It make you think about sifting, because that's a cold process. That's what the Lord, because that's what he used Satan to do. He used Satan to do his sifting. I'm sifting the ones that don't belong to me. I'm gonna shake them up so bad. I'm gonna see who's gonna still rock with me no matter the situation I put them in, and I'm gonna see who's gonna fall away because they weren't never really with me. That's what made that I kid you not. That's what made that book of Job, the book of Job, so mighty. Because Job understood that he had fell into the hands of the Lord, but with scripture say he sinned not at all with his lip. You know what I'm saying? He might have complained. He might have, like, you know what I'm saying, woe is me, or like, you know what I'm saying, he was going through some things. But one thing about it, he wouldn't denounce YAHAWASHI. He would not cast away his integrity. He stood strong for YAHAWASHI.
Lord willing, that's beautiful, because Lord willing, we those men, because all the prophets did that.
Yep, that's right.
The difference is now in today's time, the so-called Christians that uphold the book, they don't have accountability for their sins.
That's right.
Every prophet, we just read it, some of the sons, they was giving account for their sins while they're going through this and that, and they praise the Lord in the process of that. We you know, so Lord willing, we are those men, because we're in that same boat. Like, okay, we acknowledge the power, we know what's going on and everything. We don't trip when stuff happens. We like call LAIWALAMYAM. You know, you got it. All right.
I'm gonna read this verse 11. You got something? I'm gonna read these two verses of KJV and the NLT.
Yeah, and I got one more.
It's Hebrews 12 and 11. It says, "Now no chastisement for the present seems to be joyous but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby." You go ahead. I
said it yielded the peaceable fruit. We go to our peaceable. It goes back. One of the words is salutary. Salutary, and that word, it goes into. I'm gonna read it real quick. This is a Google definition for salutary. It says producing good effects, beneficial, health giving. And how is that gonna make us health giving? Because ultimately that's gonna make us righteous. It's gonna lead to us getting new bodies. You know, it's gonna be like we literally gonna be beacons of light in the kingdom. You know, the light of YAHAWASHI is gonna be dwelling within every Israelite.
This Hebrews 12 and 11 in the NLT. It says, "No discipline is enjoyable while it is happening. It is painful, but afterward there will be a peaceable harvest of right living for those who are trained in this way."
Because it said those who are exercised thereby. That should make you think of training, because this is it's a big ass training course that the Lord is putting us through. Any actual physical training, it tears your body down. But as you get the rest, you heal back up. You know, just so you could tear it down all over again until you get to reach your goal.
Yeah, you got stronger. Like it looked like you it would look from the naked eye like you not benefiting. You got, like you said, it tore your body down. You got weak, you hurting and all that, but actually you got stronger from that pain. Just like eating herbs and shit. Like you eat herbs, you start breaking out and you running off and all type of shit. Like, man, hold on, man, this ain't working, but it's actually purging your body. That's why it's doing all that. You know,
and see, and that's the thing too. Like you said, and like first said, another point too, because it was like what he said. He said, no chastisement seems to be joyous. No, it ain't joyous. You think we love like getting jacked up? You think we like catching hell and going through these things? But we understand, like the brother said, it's a necessary evil. It's necessary that we go through these things to inherit all these wonderful things that the Most High, YAHAWASHI, say we're gonna inherit. You gotta be willing to go, like, cause you don't appreciate it that much more. You know what I'm saying? That when you really gotta work for something, you appreciate what you get in the end. You feel what I'm saying? You don't appreciate if somebody just gives you some shit. You treat it any kind of way.
Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Were they in the world a silver spoon?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I'm saying? The Most he didn't give us no silver spoon. You see what the silver spoon did to the heat.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? They puffed up, they proud, and they don't know the way of righteousness.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But because what? Even though we beat down, and the Most High show us some mercy here and there. You know what I'm saying? The Most High look out for us. You know what I'm saying? But we appreciate when He look out for us, even though we've been made so low, and we get ready to inherit everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The Lord, so cold. Like He made us where we had to put our hands on this. We actually had to get involved. to be gods. Like he made us gods from the beginning, but he had it where we had to get involved with this process. We came in and looked like the nations, and we had to get like a farm, like we just Lord likened us to vineyards and stuff like that. YAHAWASHI was a carpenter. He was hands-on. He was involved with this whole thing, right? The gods, literally the gods creating everything, and you see them here in the physical, still doing the same thing they did in the beginning. They're just taking part in these captivities to make sure it go right, and because they spirit got to be amongst it to make sure things happen. You know, that's why YAHAWASHI did what he did. But nonetheless, you know, you got it out.
This Proverbs 19 and 18, it says, "Chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crime." When you read it in the NLT, it says, "Discipline your children while there is hope, otherwise you will ruin their lives."
What do you mean by hope? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, otherwise you will ruin their lives. You know what I'm saying? You're ruining their lives when you don't discipline them. You're ruining their lives. And you see, these kids out here ruining their lives because they weren't brought up the right way. Nobody trained them up the right way. And so their lives are ruined, and in the result, Misery Little Company, their lives are ruined and they can feel it. So they're ruining other people's lives. You know what I'm saying? You see that it's a domino effect. You know what I'm saying?
They weren't trained in the ways of the Lord.
That's right.
That's the wisdom.
And so guess what? Being that they weren't trained in the ways of the world, I mean, trained in the ways of the Lord. This is the result. What we get to look at in the present day world. When you turn on the news, you go into these social media outlets, it's always some bullshit. And when you see it, it's a Negro, Latino, a Native, or some Indian. Yeah, these goddamn devils out here doing shit, but they ain't doing shit outside of what they're supposed to be doing. We are the people that weren't supposed to be doing the shit that they're doing. We weren't supposed to learn their ways or their hurtful works. You know what I'm saying?
Like to prove your point, Jeremiah 5 said their deeds surpassed the deeds of the wicked.
You feel me?
They took on the way. On Psalms 106:35, we learned the works of the heathen. I mean, we were mingled amongst the heathen, learned their works, learned their mind. You know, and the worst mind is the Edomite's mind, and that's the mind of our people, from the blonde hair to all the shit. And this is the results of that, thinking like the heathen corrupts the earth. You know, I'll tell you that in Sirach 10. You know what I'm saying? So the wisdom was needed. You train up a child in the way of the Lord,
right?
The fear of the Lord, and he won't depart from it, because that's the right way. He'll know not to steal from his classmate or whatever he got to do in life. You know, he would keep righteous ways.
I'm gonna bring this back. It said in the KJV, it says, "Chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crime." And it says, so basically, like, you know, in his moaning and his groanings, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? We signed in the crime for the abomination being done in the midst thereof. These devils being on top of us. The Lord jacking us up. You don't think we tired of getting jacked up? We trying to get delivered out of this thing, but the Lord, even though we signed the crime, the Lord ain't like, I still ain't going. You still ain't finna not go through this obstacle course or go through what I got set up for you, or go through this adversity or these afflictions. No, we still got to go through that. The Lord ain't, his soul is not like, even though he hear our cries and he know our cries. You know what I'm saying? It's a distinct cry, his people. But that's not making him like, that's like making him black, loosen up. You got to go ahead.
Expressed when it comes to training and stuff like that. It counts more when it hurts. So the fact that it hurts, I mean, you got to push even harder.
You know,
right.
That's when you really show your worth and you really prove your worth.
Right. Because hell, they even got that saying in the world: no pain, no gain. You feel what I'm saying? What are you gaining if it don't work? We're laboring for the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? YAHAWASHI to be, like, make the point again, YAHAWASHI to be set back at the right hand of his Father. He had to endure some gruesome things that were painful. They were painful. You know what I'm saying? He walked in this flesh just like we did. And he conquered those things to be set back at the right hand. He went through all that pain, but it was a gain in the end. Even though we're going through some painful things and some adverse situations, you got to think, you got to let your mind muse upon the inheritance, the things that we're getting ready to receive if our lot be found amongst the righteous. Or in doing these things for righteousness' sake.
That's greater than what we're going through.
Yes,
what's coming is great, so we'll be able to endure it. Like we think on those, meditate on the goodly things that the Lord promised to us, which we don't have no clue how vast it is, but we just know a little bit, and that's enough. If we just meditate on those things, that's going to overcome that crazy shit that's around us in Babylon. YAHAWASHI said, he prayed to the Father in St. John 17, I pray that you don't take them out of the world, but you keep them from the evils to come. He said, he that Matthew 24, he that endured to the end, the saints should be saved. Telling you what, that this fight we had to go through. It was no way we can get out of this. There's not no way we can get out of this. Meaning we got to go through it, which means the chastisement of the Lord was a necessary evil. It makes sense now. We hope this is making sense to a newcomer, man. The chastisement of the Lord was a necessary evil for us to be great, man. What's a prime example of that? Everything you see in life, from a job, you want to be a manager to a CEO, whatever, sports, everything you did in your life prove what this epistle was about.
I got 2 more, and bro's got it, man. This Romans 8:18, and I'm gonna jump to 28. It says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." So the shit that we going through, you can't even the shit that we going through, or the adversity or the affliction. In the end, we ain't even gonna be able to compare it to what we get ready to, what's gonna be revealed in us, and the things that we're gonna receive. You can't compare the two. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's lopsided. You know what I'm saying? It's like, see, yeah, we went through that, but look what we got. You feel what I'm saying? Then when you jump to verse 28, it says, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High." So if we doing these things really in truth and sincerity, according to the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the scriptures, and that's because ultimately this is how we show YAHAWASHI shall we love, by walking according to the ways of the scripture. And so we doing those things that we understand, no matter the situation that He put us in, it's for the good. He said we know that all things work together for good. So no matter what no matter if it's a bad situation or a good situation, it's for your good. It says, "For them that love the Most High, to them who are called according to His purpose." You know what I'm saying? So if you catching this hell, you were called according to the purpose of YAHAWASHI.
We close with that. But
that was it, bro.
That was the second?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, kind of. I just got one more, then we close with that. Great. This is Wisdom Solomon 12 and 1.
Okay.
Wisdom Solomon 12 and 1. "For thy incorruptible spirit is in all things, therefore chastenest thou them by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance when they have offended, that leaving their wickedness they may believe on thee, O Lord." You know, and this chastening, he's saying, like, I'm gonna read it again. He says, "Therefore chasten them little by little." The Lord didn't pour all of it on us at once. We went through captivity, and then it was a stepping process. It said, move nor store them till the said measure be fulfilled in 2nd Esdras. So it says, "Therefore thou chastenest thou them by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance when they have offended, that leaving their wickedness they may believe on thee, O Lord." You see? So the chastisements allow us eventually also to play the part in our remembrance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind.
You know, because when the wisdom found us, it showed us what happened to us, and it showed us that it connected us with our history. The transatlantic slave trade, we able to see imagery, and we see like, oh shit. And so we started to remember certain things. Okay, now we know, I ain't going off, so we don't got to go back to no transatlantic slave trade, or we ain't got to go. So, and then you jump down.
Hold on, Baba Kashai. You got it. I'm gonna read this for you in the GNT. That Wisdom Solomon 12 and 1. It says, "Your immortal spirit is in every one of them, and so you gently correct those who sin against you. You remind them of what they are doing and warn them about it, so that they may abandon their evil ways and put their trust in you, Lord."
There you go. You know, there you go. You know, it was a more simplified version. The KJV. I like that version. GNT fire, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's what it was about. The chastisement was to, glorify the Lord at the end of the day.
And you should abandon, like you said, abandon your evil ways. Like, I'm whooping your ass, so you abandon. It's like we were talking about with the children. I'm whooping your ass so that you don't do this and you do that.
Right.
This is the way of life, and with that leads to death, this leads to life. Right. I want you doing this, not that.
Right. So the gods were always meant to fall to bring order in the earth, or and to learn how to be perfect judges. Right. That's what's going to bring the order in the earth, which is going to allow our kingdom to last forever. We had to fall for that. Well, we had to also, for the Lord word to be true, we also had to get judged for participating in that. And that's what the sons was going into in 2nd Maccabees, man. But continuing, Wisdom Solomon 12:22. Therefore, whereas thou doest chasten us, thou scourges our enemies 1,000 times more, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness. And when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy. You know, so the Lord chastened us, but he hit our enemies, the nations 10,000 times worse, man. They're not gonna receive immortality. That's enough right there. For a nigga to always die. What? For you to always, nah, man. Look, so that's enough right there, and that's the grace, that's the beauty of the Lord's mercy, because all this is showing His merciful side, man. The chastening that, because He could have completely destroyed us as a nation. He said He could raise up rocks, but the fact we still here and going through this is mercy from the Lord, man. Which means that if we still here and that's His mercy, that means we got something else coming for us at the end of this, because we're not destroyed. He didn't destroy us. He even attached His name into us, His essence into Israel, so we wouldn't be destroyed. And He attached it to the creations itself, the elements. If those move, Israel move, he moved. But that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, I'll get that word real quick.
It's the etymology of the word grateful. It says pleasing to the mind, also full of gratitude, disposed to repay favors bestowed.
Right. So the title, be grateful for the chastening of the Lord, man. Read it back. All right.
It says pleasing to the mind, also full of gratitude, which gratitude goes back to thankfulness. You know, ultimately, you want to have it in your mind to where you praise the Lord when you catch a hell instead of cursing Him. You know, like the example with Job. You know?
Yep. And see, and that's beautiful too, because that's the state we're in, and we pray to stay in, being thankful that the Lord restored us to our right way, like the right state of mind. Because Jake was bugged out without this truth, man. Jake doing all type of shit in the world without the chastening. You know what I'm saying? Then the Lord wake you up. Then He started chastening, like you say, tear you down and build you back up. And we're grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High, because what? The scriptures say what? It's 2 Peter 2:9 is one of my favorite scriptures. It said, for the Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust to the day of judgment to be punished. The Lord could have left us sitting like a sitting duck, waiting for judgment to be punished, knowing He going to destroy us. But instead, He woke us up, called us out of the ways of the world, chastened us. And you know what I'm saying? And we in that purification process where He cleaning us up. So in that great and terrible day, when the deliverance comes, that we could be delivered and go with our Lord and Savior. You know what I'm saying? YAHWASHI Mashiach. Instead of what? Being condemned with the world. You know what I'm saying? Because we're without chastisement.
Right. Exactly, bro. Beautiful, because it's the first part, it said to think, right? Something about thinking.
Yeah,
what it say?
Pleasing to the mind.
Yeah. Right. And you said something about the because we're thankful. It's scripture talking about he gonna go away until they acknowledge their offense. That's repentance. That's acknowledging your offense. Like, now, if I acknowledge it, I can change my way so I don't offend you no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what grateful is about. You know, your mind being persuaded on what the will of the Lord is, and not our own will, and that's being thankful for repentance. So that's go ahead.
It says agreeable.
Exactly. Right. So now we on one accord. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. You're right, Salaki. You know what I'm saying? So not I can't offend you like that. Salaki, bro. I can't offend you. I'm here with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the elect is. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what the training with brothers is about. You know what I'm saying? So we can make sure we right before the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Taking a load, doing different stuff we do. Go ahead.
That's pretty much it. It just says pleasing, you know, to favor. Basically, you want to be pleased that the Lord is dealing with you in the form of chastisement, as opposed to letting you just be a wicked nigga, think you about to run up a bag with a fucking shoebox full of money, not knowing cash about to be obsolete.
Come on, man.
What can have you in that state? Bugged the fuck
That's
out.
bugged out, man. Like you said, being grateful is being thankful that the Lord's chastising us to keep us from the dangers that's coming, bro.
That's right.
Like this, you couldn't ask for a better setup, bro.
Yep.
When you come back, you couldn't ask for a better setup, bro. Yep. We got the cheat code, how they say it in the world, whatever you want to call it, whatever word you want to put there, we got it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they said the words, what did it say? The truth shall make you free.
Yep.
And this truth has set us free, man.
Yeah, it set our minds free.
Set our minds free.
Because our body's still trapped, because what the scriptures say, we are yet this day in our captivity. So understanding we still in captivity, we under curses, we still being chastised, we still being corrected. You know what I'm saying? We ain't been delivered yet. And see, that's the thing. You get to try to tell 2/3, even Jake that's in these better situations, like, look, this is wrong, that's wrong, this was fucked up, this was, or yeah, Jake, you really fucked up still, or you under the curses. You know, I ain't under no curses. I'm good. I'm straight because they got a nice little bank account, or they got certain shit, or they got a nice crib, or they got all their kids in their house with them. You know what I'm saying? And they don't think they going through shit, or they don't think they dealing with shit. But the scriptures say, "Woe to them that receive their consolation." You think you done found your comfort already? You feel what I'm saying? You think you done escaped the chastisement because the devil blessed you on this side. You know what I'm saying? You think you done escaped the curses because he gave you a little something on this side. But you're gonna receive the same judgment that these other heathen nations gonna get because you despise that chastisement. You like, it's like I'm thinking the Hebrews 11:25, where Moses, you know what I'm saying, he said, you know what I'm saying, he'd rather suffer the affliction with the children of the Most High than enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. You feel what I'm saying? He like, shit, I want to catch that hell. I don't want to sit up here and eat good, live good, keep my feet up and wiggle my toes. I want to catch hell how they catch hell, because what they gonna receive on the back end is far greater than what these motherfuckers, how they doing it right now on this side.
Yeah, because the prophets know they're serious. They can see that they know this place has an end. Why would I invest? That, like right now, I guarantee if we had a survey and we lined up 10 niggas and we gave them 2 businesses to invest in, and we say we're gonna invest in this one or you gonna invest in this one. And why would they invest in the one? We're gonna say, well, this one is in 2030, it's gonna end. But this one gonna live, it's gonna last forever. Them niggas this one last forever, that one gonna end in 2030. Why would they choose the one that's gonna end in 2030? It doesn't make sense. So you gotta be bugged out, because these people are invested into this place because they think it has a continuous city. Like Moses said, we seek one to come. This is, you know, this is not gonna continue. It has an end. You see, so the Lord's chastising so we don't have to take part in the judgments during the ending. All right, display of this place, man. But y'all got it. Close out.
The Lord this was edifying through the Spirit.
Come.
Close, we're gonna give all honor, praise, and glory to
Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach where we learned this truth from. Peace, mercy, and blessings to the hopeful elect that believe in this truth and sincerity. Next time we say, come, Yahshua.
Come, Yahshua.
Shalom.